You know, the truth hurts, man. And when you got to tell the truth, you can't hold back. You can't account for everybody's feelings when you telling the truth. Because what Dennis Schroeder said was completely hammer to nail on the spot about Kevin Durant. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have to go through NBA history, recent NBA history, to confirm Dennis Schroeder's allegations? I mean, I didn't want to have to cook Devin. I didn't want to have to cook Kevin Durant because he just came off his little gold medal. You know, got his little Team USA GOAT status now. So I was gonna let the man live. But just like Kevin Durant does, man, he showed weakness, even when the man wins. But ladies and gentlemen, it is Tony the Savant back again, and we are live on the channel right now. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please do so now. Subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily. Go live daily. We stay busy on this platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what you all have to say about these topics. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to cook. But I think this is one of those situations where we got to get the right context, because what I'm seeing in these uh, NBA streets is that there's been some people, seriously offended by what Dennis Schroeder said. And initially, I ain't gonna say I was offended, but I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know the energy that Dennis Schroeder was coming from, or I didn't know the situation he was really speaking about. As I thought Kevin Durant said something in an interview or something. I just watched the entire damn boardroom interview with Kevin Durant and Anthony Edwards as they were being interviewed by Jalen Rose, and I was thinking Dennis Schroeder was saying something in response to that interview. Dead ass. I honestly thought he was talking about the interview, but I watched this whole whack interview, and I'm gonna do a recap of it. It's a lot. It was a lot. But anyway, I watched the whole interview and didn't see anything, as pertaining to what this situation was. Maybe I didn't see that part. I did have to look away a couple times, handle some business. Maybe I missed it. If y'all caught it, please, if you've seen the interview, excuse me, if you've seen the boardroom interview with KD and Ant-Man, uh, and Kevin Durant addressed Dennis Schroeder in that interview, and you caught it, please let me know in the comment section where it was, timestamp and all that stuff, and I'll double back. But I didn't hear anything, but I did come across this reel. I think it was an Instagram reel no, it's a YouTube reel where Dennis Schroeder is speaking on the situation. And he didn't hold back, but also he ain't lie. And I just think it's a lot of sensitive dudes, man, in sports, bro. It's a lot of estrogen filled men in sports. You know what I mean? Anytime somebody tells the truth, 100% truth, and don't uh, uh, do it with kid gloves, it's like it's always gonna be a subsect of dudes in their emotions. But anyway, let Dennis Schroeder cook, because I made some notes, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get through these notes. I'm going to let DS cook real quick.
High IQ and entertainment. For me, that's just being weak. Like, that type of a star, and you have to say something to, you know what I'm saying, like a person like me, like who not even meant it to be negative. It was just what I see from both sides, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't appreciate it. Not even appreciate it. I don't care, but at the end of the day, like that tweet or whatever he posted, it was because of me. And for me, it was never no negative stuff. Like, I respect all those guys, all dope. But to say that tells me how weak he is as a person. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Not everybody is strong. Not everybody is, you know what I'm saying, like in a good place. And Kevin Durant tweet, high IQ and entertainment. For me, that's just being weak. Like you, that type of a star, and you have to say something to, you know what I'm saying, like a person like me, like who not even meant it to be negative, or just what I see from both sides. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't appreciate it. Not even appreciate it. I don't care. But at the end of the day, like that tweet or whatever he posted was because of me. And for me, it was never no negative stuff. Like, I respect all those guys, all goats. But to say that tells me how weak he is as a person. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Not everybody is strong. Not everybody is, you know what I'm saying, like in a good place. And Kevin Durant tweet.
Facts. And my bad, y'all. I let it run twice. I didn't think I caught it the first time. I was sending the text, and I'm not sure if um, y'all heard the sound bite the first time, so I let it ride one more time. But facts. This is, and some of y'all may be out there and being like, well, what's weak about it? Kevin Durant ain't weak. The thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Durant just won his fourth, I believe it was, gold medal. He's just been ascended to literally Team USA GOAT. You know what I mean? I honestly want to say that's not an easy title to attain, considering that we send the best of the best talent overseas, right? So we've always sent our best faces, our best talent for the most part, to do battle internationally. And so you competing with the likes of a Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, Shaq, uh, who else? Kobe, of course. Kobe ain't considered the USA GOAT, and Kobe is the one that got us back on track. So for Kevin Durant to have accomplished such a feat, but still got time. Somehow, some way, this man still got time to be addressing petty issues that I deem are below him. It's just mind-boggling to me. But what Dennis Schroeder said was 100% truth, because Kevin Durant is weak, ladies and gentlemen. And do we got to go through his own body of work? Yes. Let's cook. Let's cook. Let's look at what Kevin Durant has accomplished in his career. First and foremost, ain't did a damn thing of significance outside of his one MVP without Steph Curry. Am I cap? Is that cap? He had one MVP season. All right. And then didn't do nothing of note until he linked up with Steph Curry. Now, some people deem that as the weakest move in NBA history. You know, I've heard Stephen A say that. A number of mainstream, lamestream analysts have said this. I don't think so. I think LeBron's move is still weaker in the sense of what LeBron was expected to be. Nobody was expecting Kevin Durant to challenge the throne of Michael Jordan per se. You know what I mean? That was LeBron's mission. That was supposed to be his purpose. So what LeBron did was it's always gonna look weaker to me personally, because I knew from the jump out the gate LeBron was in contention for the elusive Michael Jordan greatest of all time title. And that's just by consensus. You know, you can have your opinions of who the GOAT is and all that stuff, but LeBron James himself was, that was the expectation for him. When Kevin Durant came into the league, we were just like, all right, nice, shooter, tall kid, but I don't think anybody was deeming him the GOAT of anything. You know what I mean? So, but all in that, still, the man goes to Golden State, right? Because he can't handle the pressure himself. How do we know that? Let's just go back a little bit before he goes to Golden State. And shout out to Skip Bayless. I didn't think I would be saying that ever in life, right? But at the same time, I had to do a little research for this, and I went back to some takes that Skip Bayless had. And Skip Bayless was cooking this dude because Kevin Durant, as talented as he is, right? He is not an alpha male. You know who's an alpha male? Russell Westbrook. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And OKC recognized that long before Kevin Durant did. That's why, and people may find this crazy, but uh, Russ was such a good leader and such a good teammate and was a culture setter for the OKC Thunder that people start to devalue Kevin Durant because yeah, you this phenomenal talent and all this stuff, but when it mattered most, Kevin Durant always melted down. And only time he really didn't, I can give him shoot him a little bail in this sense. Only time he didn't was in the 2012 NBA Finals versus the Miami Heat. But considering how close him and LeBron James is now, I'm pretty sure they had some buddy buddy agreement as far as you get your points, I'm gonna get my points. You know, this new era buddy buddy ball. But besides the NBA Finals, where Kevin Durant averaged 30 on like 50% shooting, every other time outside of his Golden State years, the man has had a complete, utterly, unexplainable, just about meltdown, considering his talent and his skill level. I'm giving this man credit, but the fact of the matter that Kevin Durant has his mentality has never been as superior as his skill set. It's been a gap in this whole Kevin Durant. You know how you evaluate him because yes, he's second best mid range shooter I ain't seen in my lifetime, besides Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? That's over Kobe. That's over whoever you want to throw in there. The second best mid range shooter, and I deem the mid range shot the most important shot in the game because it's just if you got a bag, you're gonna be able to work that mid range and then get your paint shots and your 3 pointers whenever you want at that matter. And we see that with Kevin Durant. But nonetheless, his talent has never, or excuse me, his mindset has never matched his talent, which is why he was ran out of OKC. And again, shout out to Skip Bayless because he's the one that revealed this. Skip Bayless used to always be on Kevin Durant's ass. As far as dudes, you need to be the quote unquote Batman and tell your little bro Russell Westbrook he needs to be the Robin. That used to be something that Skip Bayless said every time him and Stephen A or whoever he was debating at, across the desk from him. That used to be something that he always said. And I agree with him. I didn't agree with him then. I promise. I didn't agree with him at the time because I was still under the rules. And if I could throw out a caveat, Kevin Durant was one of my favorite basketball players until when did I really see it? Around the time he started, when we got exposed for them burner accounts, which we're gonna talk about that as well. But at the time when Skip Bayless was cooking them, I was still under the illusion that Kevin Durant was, that man. And so I thought it was totally, just Skip being Skip, Skip not really liking Kevin Durant when he was saying, you need to stop being the Robin and be the Batman of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Turned out Skip was on the money with that because eventually we would see a couple years, 7 years out, down the line after that, 5 years, excuse me, him jump ship to go to Golden State where he was not the alpha. And if y'all think that's some kind of cat, Bob Myers told him that in the first when they won the first championship in the celebration parade. Bob Myers told him Steph Curry is our guy. we not doing nothing to commit to you because we see what Joe Lacob and all of them dudes, Sam Presti and all them dudes were saying in Oklahoma. Like Kevin Durant is not an alpha. At any given moment he will melt down, give up, and that's why I think why him and LeBron are so cool. And I think that's why he had to go to the Golden State because Draymond was like the motivational coach. You know what I mean? Whenever Kevin Durant would get into this lull or this little attitude, Draymond checked his ass. And that's why they had their altercation in the Clippers game because Kevin Durant was sitting there crying, calling for the ball the whole game. And I believe the Golden State Warriors was cooking. They was just running a traditional offense, of everybody moving. And KD wanted to play the ISO ball stuff. And that's never been Golden State's bread and butter. You know what I mean? They let him do it on possessions, but we all know Golden State was known for that ball movement and running around off screens, all that crazy stuff that they was doing. But yeah, Skip Bayless, and like I said, I never thought I'd say shout out to him, but Skip Bayless was on the money a long time ago, 14 years ago now. Well, not 2012, it was 12 years ago now when it came to Kevin Durant. This man is a complete beta male. He does not want to be an alpha. He wants to have the alpha privileges, if you will. He wants to be in the lot in the executive rooms with the GMs and all that stuff. He want to play the little bill. Excuse me. He wants to play the LeBron James role, but he can't. To LeBron's credit, he can't deal with the pressure. And I guess I guess we could say LeBron is a little bit better at dealing with, the overwhelming pressure that just comes with being the quote unquote man. But we seen it then. Russell Westbrook was the alpha. He was the first option. And when the games was close, Russ took took the last shots, whether he hit or missed them, whether it was a good shot or a bad shot. It was KD. You are a role player, gang. Accept it. And you sitting in the corner calling for the ball all day and night, like nah, bro. Because whenever they needed him, especially in the playoffs, KD came up short. My second note: the burner accounts, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I'm just probably this is probably well, excuse me. At first I thought this was a generational thing. You know what I mean? I'm 35 now. I'm a lot older, but I was just in the mind state of just, I look at these guys like John Morant, Luca, uh, Anthony Edwards. These are like my little bros now. You know what I mean? Because I done got a little up there on the ladder. I'm looking back at these guys that's getting drafted, and they're a lot younger than me. When I first started watching in the NBA, everybody was older than me. Now I'm older than everybody. But the burner accounts, and I thought it was a generational thing. You know what I mean? I honestly was going to shoot Kevin Durant a little bail in this department as well. But when you think about it, when I realized that this dude Kevin Durant is older than me, nah, nah. You from the same generation I'm from, bro. We didn't have no cell phones back in the gap. The cell phones we had, we was still like little brick phones. We were still playing Snake. You had to type the buttons. If you wanted to get to C, you had to type the number three like three times. You know what I mean? That's the era I'm from. Wasn't no burner accounts, fool. You know what I mean? You had to stand on business. If you had an issue and a problem with somebody, you had to stand on business. Oh crap, man! I had to pull up these thumbnails. I ain't even used them. I'm gonna run this one too. But yeah, man, you had all these burner accounts to address nobodies. And just for context, real quick, this is the tweet that I keep calling the man's Devin, that Dennis Schroeder was referencing in the soundbite that I played. He was referencing this tweet, and there was actually an interview where Dennis Schroeder was discussing, the difference between NBA basketball and international basketball, as he was asked that question by an interviewer. And he went on to say that he feels like the NBA is a little bit more entertainment type basketball, and he feels like international basketball is just all IQ. There's not too many people that could jump over the gym like a LeBron or Russell Westbrook in his heyday. So you get a lot of guys like Bogdanovich, these kind of guys who are just, you have to play IQ basketball in order to utilize their best talents, because they're not going to jump over nobody. They're not going to outrun anybody. So Dennis Schroeder was saying that, just discussing the bare differences. And he even said in his initial interview, he didn't want to step on nobody's toes when he was saying what he was saying. It's just 100% truth. Joker and Serbia wasn't playing no damn high flying basketball versus us. You know what I mean? They was shooting threes and getting whatever shots they can get within their wheelhouse, if you will. But this is the tweet. I wanted to run that earlier. And I was gonna have that visual on there as well. But anyway. Yeah, this guy with the burner accounts, man. It's just unheard of. You know what I mean? And like I say, I'm from a different generation, where if you had something to say to somebody, you stood on that and you talked to them in their face. And back in my day, well, let me say this: back in me and Kevin Durant's day, because this man is clearly he's older than me, so there's no excuses for how he's been acting. But uh, the burner accounts were just one of those things that I just felt deemed unacceptable, something that I would never do in my life. You know what I mean? If I got something to say to you, I'm gonna say it to you, because he was literally using these burner accounts to address nobodies, y'all. Like nobodies. I've seen, since I've been on NBA Twitter and on my social media platforms. I've been on Twitter for about maybe about 4 or 5 months now. And I see Kevin Durant running around Twitter arguing with dudes all day, bro. Not all day, but figuratively. I mean, he enough. And I've had to click on some of these profiles, and dog, would y'all know that it'd be like nobodies? It'd be like little kids, maybe, with like 50 followers and a bunch of video game, you know what I'm saying? Like that's their content. It's a bunch of video game stuff, and Kevin Durant is having a full fledged argument, temper tantrum with these little kids that's just literally trolling them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, how do you get this much time? I get it, it's NBA season, y'all got a lot of downtime, but how do you have this much time to be arguing with nobodies? And I just don't understand that, personally. But that was one of the moves that I did. Well, that was one of the moves, one of the Kevin Durant uh, moves that I feel like confirms what Dennis Schroeder is saying. Just completely weak. And like, Brett, at some point, you have to have the mental fortitude to just look past people that's criticizing you. Everybody's gonna have an opinion. Not everybody's opinion is gonna be raving and glowing, respectfully. But how KD was moving, I just can't agree with that. And to be frank, to be completely honest with y'all, sorry, I don't. Damn it. Reading this email, man. I'm just trying to keep up with work while I'm working, right? But yeah, man. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, the man with the burner accounts arguing online with nobody just confirms why the mental weakness. Kevin Durant, and unfortunately for him, I wasn't aware of this. I thought he had his father in his life. He does not. So Kevin Durant has a bit of mama's boy syndrome, which I did. Once I found that out, it perfectly explains why he's so emotional, why he's so reactive, to everything. And nothing to knock a woman, you know what I mean? I just go by the philosophy that it takes a lion to raise a lion, a bear to raise a bear, and a man to raise a man, respectfully. A woman can't fill in all of the gaps. But at the same time, you see how Kevin Durant acts and reacts, and it's just like sensitive behavior all day, every day. Who can tolerate this? At the same time, and that's why I say I'm glad Dennis Schroeder spoke his piece because it was 100% accurate. Kevin Durant is very mentally weak, and we see it on the court. How many times have he came up short? Again, outside of those Golden State years, we ain't seen Kevin Durant playing any kind of significant basketball, with the anomaly of 2012. But in 2017 and 2018, those were the years that we finally seen some decent Kevin Durant, if you will, and or championship Kevin Durant. And everybody try to say, "Oh, KD was the leader of the team, or he was the most important." No, Steph was the guy. Bob Myers told you, and whatever Steph wasn't doing, Draymond was doing. You know what I mean? So again, just mentally weak, and I definitely agree with Dennis Schroeder. What else did I say? Oh yeah, yeah. In the notes, my last note that made me really confirm and realize KD was weak. Um, and I even think about it. I should have put this in there when Anthony Edwards was talking crazy to him just a couple months ago, when the Minnesota Timberwolves, the kids, the Minnesota Timber pups, wiped the floor with Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. All these characters, this alleged super team. But yeah, the young boys wiped the floor with him, man. And Kevin Durant was getting talked bad to. Anthony Edwards was talking bad to this dude the entire series. At no point did Kevin Durant try to swing the series, get upset, get in his bag. None of that. None of that. We didn't even get a phenomenal real back and forth between the two. But another thing, but what I had in my notes was the first game between OKC and the Golden State Warriors when Kevin Durant went there. Go watch that game, y'all. I just watched this game recently. And I don't know why. I just be on some random stuff. When I get in my moods, I'll watch an old game just to get some historical context. But go watch that game, y'all. Russell Westbrook, and that's what really confirmed to me that he was the alpha of the team. How bad he was talking to Kevin Durant. He wasn't just saying, "Oh man, you can't stop me." He wasn't saying stuff like that. No, he was like, "Bro, you a BAN." You know, BAN. If you know what I'm saying, you speak that language, you speak the lingo, you should know what that means. He was literally calling them the BAN, like, "Are you a traitor? I can't rock with nobody like you. And if y'all remember, it took a while for Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook to even link back up and get cool. I think it was like an All-Star game or two where they, what I'm saying, didn't even look at each other, didn't even shake each other's hands on some Kobe and Shaq type ish. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, uh, it was that game to me that really confirmed a lot. Because Kevin Durant, bro, I was thinking he was going to going to Golden State, and he was going, shut down the narratives, prove he was the Don Dada, and settle a lot of conversations. He did not. To this day, nobody can say that Kevin Durant was the undisputed best player on that team because he was averaging like 26. Steph was averaging 25. So you know what I mean. You really gonna give him that edge? He's the undisputed best player. At that point, it's subjective. Who's doing more? Is Steph's impact provide more opportunities for KD and vice versa? The only evidence that we really have to fight against that is that Steph has done it without a KD on his team. Steph has won with a Harrison Barnes playing the KD role and the Andrew Wiggins playing the KD role. You know what I mean? So Steph don't need a KD to come do it to come do a KD do. He's done it with lesser talent, and he gotten the same results. So uh, the fact of the matter that this dude went there and was still getting talked to disrespectfully, not even just disrespectfully. You getting talked to by a dude at that time. Russell Westbrook had nothing on that team. Russ didn't have anything to stand on as far as talking shit. You know what I mean? Like the Golden State was the foregone conclusion, the foregone favorites. OKC was just gum underneath their shoe at that time. So I mean, if I'm Russ, I'm quiet. You know what I mean? I don't want to make Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond mad. Russ didn't care. Russ didn't give a one damn about what them fools thought, respectfully. I think Russ and Steph have a lot of respect for each other as they both have claimed that, but I don't think Russ gave a damn about what KD had to say. You know what I mean? And I think they won that game. The Oklahoma City Thunder did. And so, I can't recall. No, I think the Golden State Warriors won that game because I watched it about 2 weeks ago, and it was just happened that I'm thinking about. Well, it just happened that this came up, and then me thinking about that game came back up. But it was about 2 weeks when I seen it. And I believe Golden State won. But no matter, it really matter. It's the point of the matter was that Russell Westbrook confirmed that this dude is weak, man. And you can see it in this visual I got. Like, dude and LeBron are just one. And I can't stand either one of these dudes. They one and the same, bro. They don't win nothing unless they got a super stacked team like a Team USA and or Miami Heat and or Golden State. And then they walk around all smug and talk crazy about everybody else. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? They both have. Which is why I think Anthony Edwards has lost his damn mind. Because he was hanging out with these fools for 2 or 3 weeks. But at the end of the day, man, Dennis Schroeder was on the money with this. I don't see nothing wrong with what he was saying. Uh, Again, international basketball has to be, IQ based because they don't have the athleticism to compete with a Team USA or a more athletic team like a South Sudan. So of course, excuse me, South Sudan. But in the same breath, what is offensive about saying, "Oh, our basketball is more pretense in IQ basketball versus the NBA being more, emerged in entertainment basketball." It's not like nobody else can see it. It's not like Dennis Schroeder ain't never played in the NBA and has the experience to speak on this. You know what I mean? So for Kevin Durant to respond the way he did with this goofy cryptic tweet, entertainment and IQ, it's like, bruh. And here's the punchline in all of that. These fools, Kevin Durant and Team USA, talking about entertainment and IQ. All that damn entertainment, damn near got cost y'all 3 games, almost. You got the both of the Olympic games, the gold medal games with Serbia and France. If Steph Curry don't put his Superman cape on, we fried. You know what I mean? So you got that game where we almost lost and had to be rescued by Steph Curry himself, and then you got what was it, the Serbia game as well. But I was thinking of the South Sudan game in the exhibition. So yeah, all that entertainment basketball, Nick, y'all almost lost. Y'all almost got dusted off the court. And if you would have came back home with the bronze medal, oh, cats like me and many, many, many others would have been cooking you. Because yeah, we need more IQ than entertainment. And again, it's just unfortunate, man, that Kevin Durant is the way he is. Kevin Durant, that kind of dude that you just want to ask him, why are you the way you are? You know what I mean? Like it just don't make sense. But at the end of the day, man, shout out to Dennis Schroeder for speaking his piece, for speaking the truth. Again, this is 100%, 100,000% true. And if anybody be offended, then we can't do nothing about that. The sky is blue. If you're offended by basic facts, sky is blue, grass is green, Kevin Durant is weak, then I can't do nothing for you. These are basic, substantial facts that we have historical evidence, science to confirm. Yes, it's a scientific, the mindset of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a narcissist. So he thinks everybody's against him. He thinks he's more pompous and more important than he is. You know what I mean? So it's no wonder. Like, bro, you get smoked on the court because of your attitude. You don't have any gratefulness for what you're doing. You don't really display any joy for this opportunity that you have, because not everybody's in the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people that wish they was in the NBA. It's a lot of dudes that have the talent to be in the NBA, but they'll never make it because they don't have that generational impact that Kevin Durant has. But that's all I got for y'all on this video, man. Uh, just had to cook this dude real quick. Again, I wasted time watching that damn interview, but I'm gonna recap an interview, and I'm gonna recap it anyway. And we're gonna talk about it later. But please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel as well. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel as we drop content daily. We go live daily. Stay busy on the platform. And last but not least, uh, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I just want to say shout out to LOM Sportswear. It's my clothing line. We're dropping some new stuff in 220 Sports Network. It's my new network I'm rocking with. Got some good people, good content creators that will be on the platform, my platform, and as well as the 220 Sports Network platform that we are working on. Kind of want to just drop it on a website, get 100% profit, but we'll probably start on YouTube and work our way up from there. So, shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for y'all's hard work. Thank y'all in the audience for your love and support. Please leave those thoughts and opinions in the comment section one more time, y'all. Let's chop it up. What y'all think about this Clizown, Kevin Durant? Or let me be nice, man. Let me be more diplomatic, because just because I be irritated by these dudes, I try to be still be respectful to the audiences that still have some respect to these dudes. I just be having to break them down. You know what I mean? I break them down and expose they favorite players all day, every day. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like the video, all that good stuff. I'm Tony. That's a Savant. Peace.